I get you're a powerful creator. And when you least expect it, what gets in your way shows up. And it wasn't about, I'm not slamming your product, man. But here's been my experience.
You were slamming an approach.
I was slamming an approach, you're absolutely right, an approach that has proven in our marketplace right now that is not working. And it's not just in multi-level marketing. It's in life insurance sales, it's in mortgages, it's in every door-to-door knocking, selling security systems, pest control. The approaches that worked in the past are dying. But what you're saying is genuine connection is what works. Is this what I'm hearing you say?
That is true.
It's what I'm saying too, man.
That's what I was saying.
Got it. But you were defending the place I was taking on product. It wasn't about the product. It's about being genuine. I agree with you.
No, that's what I was saying. That was my whole point to begin with.
How many of you are experiencing the defensive still? Raise your hands. Brother, I'm telling you right now, I'm not asking you to be right or wrong, and I'm not trying to be right or wrong. You get to see something. See, this is the difference in how I show up in life. I'm the guy that's willing to shove the crowbar in your spokes even though you keep kicking me in the face. Because I love you enough. Because I'm here for you to get results and for you to get the kind of conditions in your life that you want. And trust me, if I didn't care, I'd have just let you say your piece and I'd have been done. And I'd just gone on and I'd have redirected or diffracted the conversation and not spent 15 minutes in this space with you. If I didn't care, trust me, my training would have let me divert and avert and completely diffuse anything you said and taken the conversation somewhere else. But I'm here because of you, one person. How many of you are experiencing something for yourself, though, watching this?
Can I share it?
Go.
I was just going to say quickly that I'm experiencing that now, that this power position, my personality, that, you know what, Makoa and this, and we're the best that was and never will be, it's not working. What's actually working for me, honestly, truthfully, is looking at people, listening to them. We had a meeting the other day, a Spanish meeting. People talked to a lady that was in another company, and they attacked her. And she clung on to her belief system and didn't let go. And I pulled her aside. And I said to her, tell me about your other company. I listened for a half an hour about the other company. And I said, well, it sounds like you got a great thing going. So why are you here? And all of a sudden the eyes started to tear up. She said, because I'm looking for whatever it is you guys have here. Okay, now there's no... It's the battle between products. It's besides the point. I could have battled her that my product and our comp plan was the best. It didn't matter. That's not what it mattered. She came looking for something, and I just shut up. Like the past tense of shut up. Okay? I just shut it up.
No, you're awesome. You realize that the space that where you come right now energetically, as well as your languaging, endears people to you because of the energy and its connection to your language and your willingness to show up and be courageous, period. Right? You would just hit on a point experientially this week. That's my only point. Guys, what's happening in too many industries, we're training a couple of direct sales multi-level marketing companies right now who were so explosive, 10 to 15,000 distributors in their first 12 months, and now they're imploding. And they're imploding because there were no leaders, and everybody was pitching product. And the minute the fat of the product, there was a company here in town, you may have heard of it, Effusion Energy Club, and they exploded. And then what? Imploded. Now they're still going, and they're building, and now they're having to build it the real way. But there was a lot of hype. And it was about product, it was about this, and it's a healthy solution to energy drinks. And guys, I'm telling you right now, if you try to compete on product alone, you are going to lose. You might as well go and start selling it online as a retail distributor, wholesaling the product. That's it.
You're right.
Because to get to, well, it's not about me being right, bro.
No, it's true.
It's just being, and I appreciate you acknowledging that for yourself. For you, it's about connecting, and that's what your point. You and I are on the same page.
That was the point I was trying to make.
I know. And then the misconstrued way of language, that's the problem with our languages, right?
Something else was misconstrued. That was why I was defensive, and I apologize for that.
How many of you have experienced that for yourself, though, before? Something that was being said from someone in front appeared to be misconstrued according to your belief systems, and you felt the need to defend. Right, and you know what's crazy? Guys, I'm the guy. Like, I was the guy in the bar totally drunk, and somebody made fun of Jesus Christ and my mom at the same time, and it was bad news for that person. Like, I'm totally drunk in the bar beating people up about Jesus Christ and my mother. Like, it made no sense. I was like, I think back, I'm like, that was kind of like here's the ring, I don't know if I love you enough to marry you. I was not the smartest guy. So that's why, because I'm just stupid enough to believe that you can build an organization based on being genuine and authentic and being willing to converse with people.
Isn't it like that missionary that goes out 2 months in the mission and he meets Jehovah's Witness and he like feels like he has this need to destroy the belief system, and then he goes home and cries like, I made this old lady cry. Obviously, this happened to me, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then by the end of the mission, you're like, oh, cool, you're Jehovah's Witness. That's awesome. Good for you. Keep loving the Lord. And then you meet a Catholic. Oh, you're a devout Catholic. That's awesome. Keep loving keep loving the mother, Maria. And you know what? It's cool because it's not your belief system, and they're not looking to change. You're not there to change people that are not looking to change. You're there to help people that are looking for help. But you don't realize that till the end. At the beginning, you came out with like machine guns, your Bible, your Book of Mormon. Then I'm sure a lot of people have experienced that. Then towards the end, you're just like, I'm actually not loving people at all. I'm destroying the beliefs.
Do you know why there's such resistance between Salt Lake County and Utah County, my friend? Do you know why there's such a resistance and why people dig in so hardcore with that? Do you understand why? We'd like to, are you kidding me? Like 90% of BYU fans don't even know who's on the field. It's the same with the U games too, though. They just like to take a stance. Why do they like to take a stance? Why are people so passionate about taking stances against one another? And literally, it happens as you come around the point of the mountain. Like, there's an energetic difference here in Utah County than there is in Salt Lake County. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. And from being outside the state of Utah, it feels really different. Now, when I drive north, it feels different too.
Will you tell us? Because I don't know.
Well, the distinction is that there's a need on both sides to be what? Right. And when there's a need to be right, there's separation. And people begin to drift to certain areas in their stance to be right, and it doesn't really matter. Dude, you can talk about this in religion, you can talk about this in business, you can talk about this with product. You can talk about this in raising your kids, or how to breastfeed, or how to do whatever, or how, it doesn't matter. People, when they want to be right, and it's the law of commitment and consistency. Once a person has declared a commitment to a place of being, a belief, they will do everything in their power to stay consistent with that belief, even to their own demise and destruction. Even to be in the face of doing and saying things that are complete opposite of what they actually want. How many of you have been in a conversation with a loved one where the conversation started in one place, turned into an argument, and by the time it was over, you were making personal jabs and cutting each other apart about topics that had nothing to do with the fight started with? And all of that was a function of wanting to be what? Right. And too often we create organizations attempting to be right. And so we convert people to our clan, not our tribe. Our clan, and our clan, just like the Ku Klux Klan, or the Black Panthers, or whoever your group is, or the Mormons, or the Christians, or the evangelicals, or the Jews, or the Muslims, or the Hindus, or whoever. The Americans, the Canadians, the Chinese, the North Americans. It doesn't matter. We are in a world in which everybody feels the need to create what? Separation by being right. Got it. And in that need to belong, which supersedes the idea of making other people look bad, we will want to belong so badly, and we blame it on teenagers. Adults are just grown teenagers. Most adults are bigger idiots than teenagers. It's pure insanity. We just call it clear because everybody's doing it. Right? It's like the person who talks to the person smoking and says they're an idiot, and they're double fisting 2 ice cream cones from Dairy Queen and they're 100 pounds overweight. You're like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, you were the biggest hypocrite I've ever seen in my life. You're going to die of diabetes probably faster than the person smoking the cancer stick. But you've decided that is wrong and this is okay. That's right, that's wrong. So you're good, and that person's in the pit, and you're on the pedestal. Now you can feel good about double fishing your Dairy Queen 3 times a day. Cool, good for you. Now you're going to be right. Now you're still going to kill yourself. Good for you on that too, because you'll be right to the grave. So in building an organization, if we attempt to build an organization based on separation or based on showing up inauthentic,